why I
It's
was
been a
asking if we were
while
gonna do
since
it.
the last podcast, guys. We only did episode 0, our kind of like pre-podcast episode. This is officially the first episode of the podcast, and so it has been a while. Obviously, you guys know we've talked a little bit about it. The overlays are in session. They're being made as we speak. This scuffed overlay won't happen. You're not going to see this. And then on top of that, we have the logo, which we're going to show you guys today. It's a concept. It is a finished concept. I'm going to show you guys all of the logos today, and then we'll tell you the one that we went with. But before we tell you which one we went with, we'll let you guys see which one you guys like the most. I think we're all going to agree. We briefly touched base. So right now we're just doing Twitch live streams for the podcast, and then post podcast uploads to YouTube. The first episode, otherwise known as episode 0, isn't on YouTube yet. Toby's working on that. It'll be up on YouTube soon. It'll be up on my channel, but very, very rapidly we're going to get the actual branded podcast channel up and going on YouTube so that we can get it up there. And then we'll talk about other platforms in the future, whether we maybe do it on Kick, whether we do it on YouTube Live, whether we do it on Spotify. I mean, the podcast 100%, I promise you, will go to Spotify without a doubt. So if Spotify is where you guys like to listen to podcasts, it'll be there. It'll be there 100%. That's just a quick brief, whatever we needed to get into there. Yeah, actually, you know, I think you were right, Jimmy. I think we can actually show the
Yeah. So we'll just show all 4. There's 4 of them.
Yeah, we got 4 of them. We'll pull them up. I'm going to show you guys. We're going to transition
pull
to
them
the
up,
other overlay.
and then we'll ask you which ones you guys like the best, and then we'll go over which ones we like.
So this is going to be a non-traditional podcast format. You guys know we typically aren't going to read chat during the podcast, but for this particular portion, while we show you guys the concepts, we are going to see what you guys like, hear from you guys about that, and then move forward there. He said, damn, they're going in on boy. Yo, chill. Oh, that's our homie, man. That's our homie. It's all good. It's all good. It's all love here. All right, so we're going to swap scenes to the other screen. We're going to show you guys the first one, the first concept. You guys let us know what you think.
Man.
This is going to be known as concept number 1. Oh my fucking God, dude.
What happened?
Nothing. When I swapped back to the main overlay, it played the last moment that was redeemed.
Oh.
So as soon as we swap back, you just hear it.
Moment.
Oh my God, dude. Unintentional trolling at its best. Yeah, from yours truly, Duck Man Bad. Okay, so this is concept number 1. How do you guys, whatever pops into your mind, how do you guys feel about it? Like I said, we've already picked what we're going to go forward with and what we like, but I wanted you guys to see all of them. So this is concept number 1. Say, what in the...
So it's like a microphone with like a banner.
Yeah, and so the two different sides, guys, is the different colors. Like, this isn't going to be like the one full logo. This is technically just a different color variant. We're not really going through with these colors. That's what we're actually finalizing right now is the color scheme that we want to go with. We haven't decided on a color scheme yet. This isn't the one we're choosing. These are just the concepts, Tra. So this is concept number 1 that we were given. And so we're just getting you guys' feedback on all the different concepts. We already know which one we're going with. We haven't decided on the color yet. Said next. This is concept number 2. And mods, if we can get a poll up of concept 1, 2, 3, or 4, just out of curiosity, so we can see where everybody sits.
Yeah.
This is concept number 2.
The meeting. That's funny.
That is better than the first, in my opinion. Hey, you guys should start a podcast.
Wait, really?
Not purpose of dislike. What up, Kuna? Good to see you, by the way. So this is concept number 2. This is concept number 3. And number 3, fucks.
All right, what's behind door number 4?
And then we have concept number 4.
All right, guys, vote now on your phones.
Yep. yeah. Dial the number and text. Text the concept number to 467-8762.
Vote now on your phones right now.
Number 3 fucks, 3 much better. Door 4, I'd say number 3. Go back through them. Yeah, we'll go back through them.
Yeah.
We have one that we like the most in particular, but we're just curious what you got, how you guys feel about it. This is concept number 1.
Number 1.
Door number 2.
Wait, which door has the vacation? I want that one.
Door number 3. And door number 4. Very interesting to see where people lie.
Yeah.
4 for sure. You like 4. We're hearing a lot. Actually, a really big mix of reactions. 4 is just weird.
Yeah.
Don't give opinions on any of them.
I'm not yet.
I don't think we'll say which one we're gonna go forward with today.
I voted Uwu. Toby. You know what, Toby? You're banned.
Yeah, chat. Vote at the top of chat. At the top of chat, vote on which ones you like best.
Yeah.
Or which one stands out the best for you. We're not gonna tell which one we're going forward with today. I don't think. Maybe at the end of the podcast. But I will say we do have one picked out.
For special surprise.
I don't understand the point of the arrow circle thing on 4. I can actually give you the design around it. So part of the concept with number 4 from the designer was that the arrows represent that we discuss everything, and so that it's just kind of like a revolving door in a sense. The concept behind number 1, which is this one here, was that it's a mic and a logo to obviously represent a podcast with the name of the podcast in front of it. So very simple. And then number 2,
Oh, with number 3, my love.
the concept number 2 was it's a mic with a question mark in it because we don't really know what's going to be covered on the podcast because we cover everything. Number 3 didn't really have a description as to why it was the design choice here. And then you guys just heard number 4 with the arrows. Actually, yeah, number 4 actually makes number 4 is really funny for full circle. Actually, now that you think about it, for those of you that are newer to our podcast, me neither. Yeah, me neither. For those of you that are new to our podcast, we originally were gonna name it Full Circle. That was one of the first names.
Yeah, it was, and then we just landed on what?
Wow, really, actually, really surprised by the results of the vote. Really surprised.
True. Actually, well.
To be fair, don't try not to give opinions on it.
Yeah.
The ones leading the votes right now are between 2 and 3. Between 2 and 3 are leading the vote. This is just for you guys to give us your feedback on it. Like I said, we do have one that we picked out of all 4 of them that we wanted to move forward with. It isn't final, so things can definitely change. But we do have one that out of the 4 that we decided that we like the most.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. All right. Appreciate the votes on that, guys. Thanks for the feedback on it. Hope you guys enjoyed those concepts. And then obviously whatever logo we decide to go with, we're going to have overlays and all that fun stuff ready to go with that. So we're pretty excited about that. We should have everything ready to go for the next podcast. Literally next week, Sunday. We do, like, for those of you that don't know, with our schedule, we do plan to do podcasts every single Sunday. And so that's where we're at with that.
Sundays are cool.
Sundays are cool. You know what's really nice, Jimmy, about Toby having the layout for us today? I can look at that and not look at chat.
I know, right?
And try my best to ignore chat.
I feel like sometimes I look at stuff to look at, and so I just go to chat because, like, as streamers, we just go to chat.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of the hardest thing about like transitioning to a podcast with it being new content is that like literally I want to constantly look at chat. I want to
Just don't even
constantly
have it pulled
I want
up.
to respond to the reactions. I
Ignore
want to
them.
respond to like follows and all that stuff. It's weird to like ignore it after doing it for so long and being like constantly look at chat, constantly look at chat, constantly read chat, constantly read chat, follows, subs, chat, and now it's like,
I don't have that problem.
yeah, I bet you don't. I bet you fucking don't, Jimmy. All right,
Okay.
let's jump into it, dude.
Yeah.
Let's jump into it, man. One of the first things we wanted to cover was the streaming world is extremely crazy right now, and a lot has happened over the last couple of days. But before, not even just the last couple of days, a lot has actually been going on over the last couple of years. For those of you that aren't really into what's happening on the streamer side of things with Twitch and all these other platforms. But before we really dive into the whole platform war and dive into the streamer universe and our perspectives as live streamers, we do need to talk about something really crazy that has happened. And this is something that we're gonna kind of this kind of goes back to like parasocial relationships with content creators and their viewership. If you guys haven't heard, very recently there was a streamer who and so I actually it's I'm not gonna say claimed because this is what happened, and so I have no reason not to believe, but and there's video footage of it, and I can actually pull it up and show you guys. There's video footage of it, but there was a streamer who had their car set on fire by a Twitch viewer. By a fucking Twitch viewer.
Yeah. A viewer came up and lit that shit on fire. It's like actually.
And I'm gonna transition to the other overlay, and I'm gonna show you guys so we can talk about it. But this is actually crazy to even think about. We're talking full-blown car on fire, ablaze.
Look at that.
Like ablaze. This is what the aftermath looks like. I can't even fathom that, dude. Like, one, not only is your private residence has been figured out, and it's really hard to keep things private on the internet, especially when your entire life is on the internet. But then it's terrifying to think that, like, what if they decided to set their house on fire in the middle of the night, right? They decided to just set their car on fire, but what if they had decided to set their house on fire in the middle of the night?
Yeah, and that's pretty scary.
I can't fathom that. Bro, look at the flames, dude.
Yeah, I think I saw a comment that said like they lived really far away. Like talking like 5+ hour drive to even get to the house to go and do that.
Yeah.
So that only like it's a weird mental state to have to drive that far to light somebody's car on fire.
I want to see if they have the clip. I saw the clip in a YouTube stream recently, or not a YouTube stream, but on Twitter. I don't have the clip handy right now. There is actually surveillance footage of the car literally being, oh, here it is, and so this is the streamer that it happened to, and we'll drop the links in chat, that way you guys can go and watch the full video, hear the full story from their perspective. It's just so crazy that it even happened that we had to talk about it, because I like, as long as I've been doing this, thankfully, and I pray I never ever like that it never ever like comes to something like this. But
on my car,
one, that's a nice car, just to throw it out there. Like, that's a good looking car from the front view. Like, if that was my car, I'd be devastated. It would immediately question, it would immediately throw into question like what my values are to streaming, and if like this type of potential harassment is worth enduring to continue to put ourselves out on the internet the way that we do. And then it also, like, when you see stuff like this, it also kind of throws into question how much we want to share with our communities.
Yeah, because I wonder what happened, how they found out where she lived to even do that.
Yeah,
like, was it a leak? Were they intentionally like finding bits and pieces to try to put together a rough
100%,
location?
Right?
Like, it's so weird.
There's so many questions that go into
it. It's a weird mental state to be in to even want to do that.
Well, and so if you're the streamer, how do you continue? Like, obviously, you know,
Like,
that this person is like, from what I've understood, this person has been arrested. They are facing charges, obviously. But like, how do you continue as a
yeah.
streamer? Like, immediately, I'm
Just
selling my house.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. Like in like Twitch chat, like there'll always be like trolls and stuff that come in and we deal with that. We ban and then move on. Like weirdos will be weirdos on the internet. But like this just takes it to a whole nother level where it's in real life. They know you where you live and they did this shit. It's like I'm not safe,
Well, not
you
only
know?
that, so like, I feel like psychologically, from the standpoint of like, if this happened to you, not only are you gonna sell your house and you're gonna move, you're going to be extremely closed off to the rest of your community.
Yeah,
You're not
gonna
going to
be
really
walking on
share things that
eggshells
you
after
would ever share before, right? Like for instance,
Yeah.
I share pictures of my backyard, and maybe that's not the smartest idea, but it's my backyard, right? But if somebody really wanted to, could they go through the effort to maybe geo-reference it through Google Maps? And you hear a couple things here, like, oh, they hear the state I live in. Oh, maybe they were around when some craziness was happening, and then they heard
That's
that.
crazy
And
to think about, but yeah.
in the moment, you never think like how vulnerable you potentially could be about it, or like when you do share those things, you never think about like what could come of it in that moment. But on the grand scheme of things, you almost have to start to wonder, is it, how dangerous is it? Like, because the reality is we don't know anybody that we're talking to on the internet. As much as we build, like, as viewers build relationships with streamers, we as streamers build relationships with viewers, and a lot of the times it can be really hard for us to emotionally detach ourselves from those relationships that we build on Twitch, on Kick, on YouTube, in Discord. It can be hard, especially in my situation where I've been doing this for 10 years. I have people that have been hanging out with me for 8-9 years, but I only really know what they want me to know. I don't know anything outside of that.
Yeah.
And it's really easy to put on a facade to make it seem like you could be a very genuine person, or that you're a safe person, I guess you could say. But at the end of the day, you don't really know, and people just snap. Like, I mean, like, we're talking husbands and wives just snap and kill their entire fucking families. And so when you think of it, on
that's like a horrible
well,
turn.
it's dark, right? But like, think about it. Like, the
dark.
psychological brain is so insane. What if one of those people you've been hanging out with for 10 plus years just snaps one day? Like, something just is off. And you might share something with that person that is even more on a personal level. But that's where this has brought me to. It's like, I've shared things. There are viewers that have my phone number. And then you start to think like, man, maybe I really need to close myself off a little bit more, but that's not who I am in nature. And so you have to find a way to separate the business
with this information that I'm giving out.
Enough honey dicking, you guys.
Something as a honey dicking.
We'll show, because the video has just been up, but we haven't showed it.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, no, 100%. Like, it's crazy to think about.
And some pot, and he lit something sticking out of it. And
I don't know what that was.
He like
it's like a box and then like a tub on top, and then he lights it on fire. I don't know, but it got the job done. It burnt the car.
Well, yeah, like what's the purpose of the box underneath? And then
I don't know.
And then what's in the pot? Because if you look, that thing engulfs in flames quick as hell.
Yeah, play the video. Just watch. Let's just watch it in this entirety.
Like, he didn't do anything.
What the hell, man?
What the? What the? We just got honey. We were honey. Oh.
The firefighters came very quickly, and
just jump cut. Well, the real video was on Twitter.
As well.
Like the full one.
Oh, wait,
like the ring camera thing.
Listen to what she says.
The next clip after that was the front end of my car engulfed in flames. The firefighters came very quickly, and I'm very thankful for that, because the fire spread to the fence and burnt the side of my house.
She's talking so low, I can't hear her.
Which my mom and animals were inside of.
The fire spread to the fence.
To the fence?
It spread to the fence on the property, and then I think she said it spread to the house.
Side of my house as well.
The side of the house.
The car.
The fire spread to the fence and burnt the side of my house.
Jesus! Imagine having to explain that. Like some viewer just came up and lit my shit on fire.
Oh my god, dude.
Imagine having to explain that on a police report.
It changes the way that you
That's-
kind of view everything in the world, because it's like, like I said, as a streamer, I probably overshare as a streamer. Like truthfully speaking, I probably overshare.
I probably overshare too. I'm an open book, to be honest.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, it
I've
does
always
put
been
you
very
into
transparent.
perspective. Like, how much information do you really want to give if shit like this is happening?
Yeah.
Like if anybody really wants to fuck with you, they'll fuck with you.
Yeah, dude, I don't even know, because it is yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Like, it's really easy to, you know, I guess it's kind of a double-edged sword, because like, as I say, it's really easy to put on a facade for somebody. It's just as easy for streamers to be the same way, right? Like, because we're all human, and so it's just as easy for streamers to put on a facade of who they really are. I mean, actually, this has happened often. How many times have you thought somebody was a really good person, and then it turned out that, wait, they're actually, you know, they're actually a piece of shit. They're not that great. It's happened a lot. But yeah, for those of you that didn't hear, or maybe even just now tuning in, the person was caught, which is good. That like the person that had set the car on fire.
Caught.
But
That's fucking wild.
It's just like, there's so many unknowns to the scenario, right? Like we said, we don't know how they figured out the information, and so it just makes you question how much you share in general with your community. And for me, that's something that's hard to do. I've always been a very open book on Twitch. I've always been, you know, my community is my fucking community. You guys are family to me. Like, you guys have supported me through everything from the very beginning, and so like, I want to be open with you guys. I tell you guys how much we make. I tell you guys when shit's fucky. I tell you guys when things aren't as good. You know what I mean? And but that's just who I am as a person. But it really makes you think about what you can and can't share, especially with how polarizing the world is becoming. And I just can't imagine what I would do in this situation.
It's not even only for like streamers. Like, it could work both ways too. Like, even just sharing information on the internet.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I said,
true.
if somebody really wants to fuck with you, they'll fuck with you, which is pretty scary. Yeah, I don't know why they did that, but it's hard to wrap my head around doing something so malicious as that. Like, even if I like hated somebody, like I wouldn't like drive 5+ hours to light their shit on fire.
Well, and it kind of goes back to the earliest days of Twitch, when swatting was more prevalent. Swatting was extremely terrifying.
True, swatting was
people having their
crazy back
addresses
then.
leaked, random ass made up shit being called, and police have
That shit was
to show
wild.
up. And yes, and people, I mean, I remember I was watching Summit 1G play Pokemon Go in a fucking park, a public park.
Oh yeah,
In
I
a
remember
public
that
park.
clip. I remember that clip.
And all of a
that
sudden-
shit was wild.
All of a sudden, he's got 15 plus cops with assault rifles,
Yeah, just pointing guns at him.
pointing
and
guns at him, yelling at
Yeah.
him. Meanwhile, he's got no clue what the fuck's going on. And so it's just, it's so fucking terrifying, man. It's so
Yeah,
terrifying.
thank God it got better, you know, because that was a wild time. Literally, like almost every other weekend, you were hearing, someone got swatted. This person got swatted. Like, yeah.
Well, it goes to show you how much the world has changed, because like, while swatting has gotten better, other things have gotten worse. And so like, one thing that really scares me a lot as a content creator, especially like when it comes to my family, and the more prevalent you become in the streamer universe, the more you're known,
Yeah.
the scarier it becomes, because AI is one of the most terrifying things that is rapidly advancing. And while we didn't really want to talk about AI today, it's very prevalent in the streamer space, because I've actually gotten to the point, and I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to say I have a big head or a big ego, you know, across all my socials, my reach is anywhere between, you know, 30,000 plus in terms of followers. And then obviously with my channel views and stuff, it's a lot higher than that. But I've gotten to the point where I have seriously considered having a safe word with my family, because AI can deep fake your voice. There's enough. I stream 3,000 hours a year. There is enough of my voice on the internet that AI can learn from it and almost perfect it. And then that can be used with just a tiny little bit of personal information to convince my parents that I'm in danger. I say parents, my parent, you know, happy Father's Day to everybody out there that celebrates. Both of us here, we don't celebrate. Such a wild day for our second podcast. Coming back from the first one to go down on Father's Day of all fucking days. If honestly, for lack of a better term, full circle. Somehow, some way, we keep going back to that. Yeah. We keep going back to that. But yeah, dude. And
but with AI, like, I don't know, it's still pretty like in the early stages. Like you can tell some things like AI. No, but I see where your head is at.
No, you can't though. You can, but you can't. Have you seen the Chat GPT like Asmongold shit? It's spot fucking on. Like it has gotten his personality down because there's enough of it out there to learn from him, and that's the point that I'm making. From like
a chat. But like the voice is different. I can see from like chatting, but the voice, like you can still kind of tell.
But
it's definitely not perfect.
It's not perfect, but it is so good in the earliest stages. It is almost. It is
pretty shocking.
Almost,
like,
honestly, it's almost there.
The
AI of the Asmongold AI stuff, where they were asking the AI questions. It sounded like Asmongold, dude. It even had his personality. Like if you weren't Asmongold. Or if you weren't a someone who knew of Asmongold, you 100% take that for what it is. That is true. It doesn't even need to be good. It doesn't even need to be perfect. It just has to be convincing enough. Because think about scammers. Like, both of us come from the RuneScape community. Think about phishing links. They're not perfect. They're very obvious, but they fucking work.
Yeah, they work. There's a new one every fucking day.
They work. And it gets people all the time. And so it's gotten to the point where it's scary because as a content creator, somebody who puts themselves out on the internet, you actually have to seriously consider you need to have a safe word with the rest of your family. If I come to my family and I'm asking for money, that, first of all, I just want to throw this out there. If anybody in my family hears me asking for money, you know it's not fucking me. And if you give money, I don't even know what to say at that point. Because
that's actually kind of scary.
I refuse. Like, I literally won't ask anybody for money. I won't ask for help. Like, I just refuse to. You know what I'm saying? But it's scary to think about, and so it just goes on from the car thing, man. Like,
yeah, with how much information, and since there's a lot of information, it's a lot easier to fabricate a lie like that and then really do some damage to people who don't know. Yeah, I see where your head is at.
I mean, the idea that
when you actually think about it.
Well, I recently saw a article, and I can't quote it. I don't have the source. This was forever ago. But there was an app that developers had made. And the app was AI. The scariest part of it is that the developers of the app have said that the app has learned faster than they could. And that it knows more than them. And because the AI is ever adapting. So
that's normal AI?
Yeah, but here's the thing. The AI is evolving the app beyond a way that the developers itself don't understand.
What do you mean by that? Well, what does the app even do?
That's what I was saying. So I have to go back and like look into it, and I can bring this up. We can pin it and bring this up for next podcast. But think about it, right? So if AI is always evolving, it's always learning, it's always trying to become better than what it was before. If you develop AI, there's a point at which the AI is going to learn so much and know so much, it's going to know more than the people who created it.
Yeah, that's inevitable with time.
Right, but so
we're pretty limited on how much we can know.
Which is exactly why that's the most terrifying thing about AI. That's exactly why that's the most terrifying thing about it. So yeah, it's fucking.
What do you mean? Just unplug the plug. What do you mean?
Yeah, well, you think, right? Until the AI itself creates its own failsafe, and then the next thing you know, literally though, right? Like think of that Disney movie from fucking years ago, Smart Home, right? Where the house became its own manifestation of a body, and it locked the fucking house down that the creators couldn't do anything. Yeah. I'm not saying it's gonna be like that. But we live in a world where, like, we just don't fucking know. And when you think you know, you don't know. And as soon as you think you know, you still don't fucking know. It's crazy.
Like, I'm going outside. No, you're not.
And I think the best part about that, too, I think the best part about that movie being so wild is look at when it was created. Like,
Yeah.
they thought of that
Like 20
when it
years
was
ago,
created. And that's why it's scary, dude. The internet's fucking scary. I am increasingly more scared. If I ever have kids, they're not gonna be allowed on social media till they're 16. I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, it's just, the internet is scary. As a adult male,
the internet is scary.
it's scary, man. It's so scary.
I definitely limit.
It's kind of funny too, because like, as much as I'd like to limit my intake of the internet, I can't.
We're on the internet. We have to be on the internet.
Yeah.
If we're not on the internet, we're irrelevant. So we have to soak this in.
Well, and it's really funny because I hate social media. Like,
you hate social media?
Yeah, I
fucking
absolutely hate it. I don't use
I
any
don't
social
hate
media
it.
I don't use any social media personally. It's all branded. Think about it. Like,
So you don't scroll in your free time?
no. It's so that's the thing. Scrolling in my free time isn't scrolling to consume social media because I want to consume social media. It's to be up on the trends. It's to be up to date. It's to know what's happening in the streamer space. It's to know what's going on so that I can properly gear my content around that, or properly talk about it especially like with the podcast, right? It's to properly be able to speak on it. That's the only reason I use it. I don't have any personal social media. I don't have a Facebook for myself. Like, I have one. I don't go on it. Like, my Facebook has been incredibly inactive.
I haven't been on my Facebook in 5 ever.
I don't use Twitter to if I wasn't a streamer, I wouldn't use Twitter. Like, straight up, put it that way. The reason why I use Twitter, and the reason why I communicate on Twitter, and why I tweet out personal pictures or personal thoughts, is because that's part of engaging in the business side of being a content creator. Yeah. That's creating content for that platform, for that means.
It's strictly business for you. Otherwise, you would have never.
I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch it.
If you didn't have to touch it, you wouldn't.
Honestly, I think more people would benefit if they didn't touch social media. I think social media is so polarizing, especially because I think people use, and I'm not saying I use social media the right way, but I think the majority of people use social media the wrong way. We've always been taught and like ingrained that like the algorithm matters, the algorithm, right? Like the stuff you want to see. Don't watch the stuff you don't want to see. The algorithm will always serve you stuff you want to see. But then people are left with only seeing what they want to see. So they're in a fake reality because everything outside, like the shit they don't like, they're not hearing about. They're not seeing it. And so it's not prevalent to them. And if you're not hearing about it, you're not seeing it, where the fuck else are you going to see it? The news? Our generation's not watching the news. They're not watching CNN. They're not watching and you can't even, like, in my opinion, you can't even trust the news nowadays. You can't, like, how do you, it's so.
Yeah, I don't trust the news.
I don't want to call it propaganda.
Mainstream news.
Mainstream media is always, everybody should be.
Yeah.
Everybody should be. And I think that's why.
You should be naturally skeptical.
I think that's why older generations are so lost. And this might offend some people. They're lost. Dude, I mean,
older generations are lost?
They're lost. They're lost as shit. Think about it. They grew up consuming Fox News. They grew up consuming CNN. They grew up consuming MSNBC. That's how they got.
This generation is consuming, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
I think that's exactly why I say that social media is bad. That's why I hate it. It's so bad because most of what you see is actually misinformation. It's misunderstood. You're only seeing the side of point that what you see.
Different platform.
Yeah, essentially. But that's why I'm an advocate for social media being so bad. Like, think about it when you were a kid. Life was good because all you did was go outside and play with your friends. You didn't know about all the other bullshit. Your parents did.
True. I mean, when I was younger, I actually go to my friend's house and, down the street. I couldn't call them. I went to their house. Now I could just call them and be like, oh, or see what they're doing on social media as I got older.
Exactly.
I was more on social media when I was younger. Now, I'll go in every now and then, but it's not like I'm on social media. Like, I haven't posted an Instagram photo in a hot ass minute. I'm barely on Twitter. I don't touch any other social media, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, what other social media is there?
Actually, if you want to count Discord as a social media,
Discord is social media. Yeah, 100%.
Then I'm on Discord Discord
is different social media, but it's very much social media. And so I guess you'd have to go down to like, what do like defined to be social media, because Twitch is social media, Kick is social media, YouTube, that's social media. It's just the way that the social media is presented and the way that it is captured. And so like for instance, I'm not even gonna like, just to be straight up, I wasn't always the way that I was. Like I would probably say maybe 5 years ago, I used to be that guy that only followed the shit I wanted to see. Until I started, I literally do not want to use this term, and I know I'm gonna get memed in the chat for even saying literally, but I don't want to use the term woke. I fucking can't stand that term. Like
Woke.
I cannot, like, I don't want to say I woke up. Yeah, I don't want to say I woke up and realized that I was in a goddamn echo chamber and only seeing the stuff that I like. I started to follow. Actually, I know the exact turning point. I followed Keemstar. I fucking can't stand that guy, dude. I absolutely cannot stand that guy.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
But I followed Keemstar because he shares a perspective that I wouldn't see otherwise. He shares a different perspective. I see, and so, not to go into politics, because I don't like politics either, and I don't want to make this about politics, because I think it is the most polarizing thing in the world right now is politics. But I'm not right and I'm not left. I don't even know if I'm fucking center. I think I like absolutely can't stand any of it.
He doesn't know what he wants.
No, I very much just, I'm me, man. I have my perspectives. I agree with some shit on the right. I agree with some shit on the left. I hate both extreme right and extreme fucking left. But I see a lot of stuff on Twitter from both sides, specifically because it allows me to make my own decision. It allows me to make my own thought process around what's there and what's not there, and what's real, what's not real. I actually tend to think that most people are a lot like me. I like, not to say that I'm the average person. I think that most people aren't as fucking crazy as social media makes it out to be, or as mainstream media makes it out to be.
Nah, I think there's some crazy ass people out there.
Well, yeah, that's the point you just made. You said some, but I'm like, when we're talking about most, like, think about it. Think about it. A better perspective to give you on that would be, think about people that don't use social media at all. They don't use it at all. They're not hearing
Aren't they statistically happier if they don't use social media?
100%. Dude, because there's
proven?
a reason it's called doom scrolling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you say that a lot, the doom scrolling.
The doom scroll, because you'll get stuck there for 6 hours and it'll look like this, and you'll
You'll
be sitting there.
Dude, sometimes I'd be on my phone, right? I'm on Twitter. And then I look up and I'm like, damn, 20 minutes just passed. And I was just, yeah, exactly like that. Like, literally for like 20 minutes.
You know my favorite part about doom scrolling?
Yeah.
When you hit the refresh, and then you refresh
New
it,
shit pops.
you get 5 new tweets, and then you scroll back to see the same fucking tweets, dude. It's like, bro, I saw this tweet 17 times today. Why the fuck am I still scrolling on Twitter? Because nothing has changed.
You gotta look at more shit, dude.
But that's, dude, honestly, Twitter is so garbage now. I fucking hate Twitter.
Why do you hate Twitter, man?
Dude, because the For You page is dog shit. It's not even
the For You page is dog shit. Adrian, sorry.
Dude, I'm surprised you even see the shit he posts on the For You page, because if you went to your following page, that's all you would see is his shit. But like the actual For You page, dude, Toby just said it last night in Discord. He's like, why are our Twitters the same? Jimmy, how many times have me and you sat in Discord and our Twitters are the exact fucking same feed?
Yeah.
That's by design. Literally. That's by design, dude. Yeah.
We're in a goddamn echo chamber.
We're in a goddamn echo chamber, man. Yeah, dude, it's, what do we do about it?
I mean, it basically comes down to the person, like how you consume social media, because social media can be a really bad thing. With the whole thing with politics, very polarizing. People are like very left, very right. Not to get into politics, but like people will be arguing about random ass shit for no reason. Sometimes they even forget what they're arguing about in the first place, and you just see a fucking big ass thread of just people just talking shit. And I think that's bad. I think that aspect of social media is detrimental, because like, why are you giving so much time and energy to something that doesn't fucking matter? So That part of social media is like ass. But like keeping up touch with people, seeing what's going around the world is like the positive side of social media. I feel like you have to have like know what to consume. What
So I guess
I'm
the
having a
scary
hard time
thing.
explaining.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. So and I guess like
Yeah.
the thing about social media is it's too big to fix. It's too big to get rid of it.
Yeah.
You can't have the government regulate it. I don't think that's right. And then even if the government did regulate it, how do you know that it's regulating in your favor? Like, can you, like, I don't want to be like one of those guys that's like, you can't trust the government, but like, we live in
can't
such,
trust the government.
we live in such a polarizing world. Dude, literally, and it's like,
don't listen to the social medias. They're trying to tell you something
I guess
that
the
you're not
best thing,
supposed to hear.
I guess the best thing to not like, because we did go on a tangent, like we weren't even supposed to talk about social media. The best thing that I could say for anybody that's listening is to follow people outside of your circle. Follow people you dislike. Follow people with points of views that you don't believe in, because it's going to allow you to see a different perspective and be open, be objective. Like literally get out of your own brain, get out of your own emotions, just be open, be objective, and just hear what people have to say. That's like the best thing you could do. And then from there, if you find out like you don't agree with it, you don't have to fucking like it. Just keep scrolling. That's what people do anyways. You don't have to fucking like it. But if it gets you even just for a moment to stop, think about it, you're immediately better. You're immediately improving upon your own thought process. You're immediately being more objective. And I think if you could be more objective, I think in general, if people were more objective, I think the world would be a better place. I think it would be a safer place.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Just because people would have the perspective of like, okay, well, what if, right? Like, well, what if, well, you know, what's crazy too is like, actually, we're not going to continue on that. This
I was looking at the list.
This very obviously needs to be another podcast.
It honestly
we'll move on from that. You know, we went off into a tangent about streamers into social media, which is still very prevalent though. It is very prevalent. AI. Yeah, it is very prevalent.
All over the place. Let's get back on track, so to say.
That's
so we got
funny.
a couple more things on the list that are like, because most of the stuff on this list is like streamer related, because
I think we should skip number 3.
Okay.
There's just not enough context on it.
Yeah, true.
We can move into number 4 for sure. Yeah, we could talk about that. We do have an ad in 2 minutes and 25 seconds. I did hit the snoozy on it.
Oh, okay. So you just want to wait for that?
All right, we're back from the ad break.
Slaying.
Welcome back to episode 1, or otherwise known as episode 2, but -1, 2 - 1, episode 1, the first ever episode, the actual second ever episode of What in the Podcast, where we are talking about everything in the universe under the sun with this scuffed podcast overlay. We are going to move back into the conversation, and we kind of went on into a tangent about social media. But we are going to move it back towards what we had actually planned to talk about today. I think that's probably the hardest part about this podcast is that like I can just literally start with one topic.
Yeah,
and
we
it
can
will
just
lead
go
me
on
the rest of my day. Yeah, it'll lead me the rest of my day. There's so much to talk about. And I think the other part about the podcast that can be like very challenging is making sure that we're capturing the full conversation before moving on.
Yeah, but knowing when to stop too, because like you said, we could go on forever, literally. Off into different tangents and just break off into the next subject. Like we could start off on like, I don't know, what we started off right now and end up in aliens.
Well, I mean, you know, we could get there. Let's move into the Twitch Partner Plus program. Guys, a lot has been going on behind the scenes with your content creators. Speak to your favorite content creators. Ask them how they feel. Let them know your opinion on everything that we're about to get into. Except me. Don't let me know your opinion on it, because I'll be honest, man, it don't even matter. I'm already doing it anyways. But for those of you that don't know, Twitch recently came out with branded content guidelines. And those branded content guidelines were so bullshit, they were so trash, that everybody shot back against them. Everybody, including me. If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, now's a good time to follow me on Twitter, or even follow Jimmy on Twitter. And while Jimmy isn't as vocal on Twitter about it, I'm extremely vocal about it. Toby, this is the time where you like literally drop both of our Twitter links into chat. Thanks, dude. Anyways,
please, thank you.
Anyways, I I was extremely vocal about it on Twitter. So much so that I actually felt bad to my Twitter followers because I was kind of spamming their feeds with different conversations, different responses, different retweets, and my likes.
It's your Twitter.
Yeah, but you know, like, I mean, for instance, when football season starts and people who follow me don't give a fuck about football and I'm tweeting minute by minute about the football game.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about football.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to complain either.
But you might when you see me tweet 50 times in 3-hour period about what's going on in the football game. You know what I'm saying?
Why would I complain? It's your Twitter.
Because it's your feed and your feed gets spammed with my Twitter.
You know what? That brings me back to the Adrian thing.
Yeah, where you complain.
But that's
about,
worse.
But
football, I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah,
I'll just scroll
yeah,
past.
but for Adrian, it's NSFW, and because
it's
of
like,
it's NSFW,
whoa!
yeah,
and then I scroll up.
yeah. Anyway, so what's been going down I was extremely vocal with it on Twitter. Twitch came out with these branded content guidelines that were terrible for content creators. They weren't content creator first, which, you know, Twitch has always been the original content creator first, bleed fucking purple platform. They weren't. They were very anti-creator. They tried to tell us what we could and couldn't do for brand deals. They tried to tell us how we could handle those brand deals. Excuse me, sorry. And not only
really
that,
dog shit.
But they also tried to tell us how big our logos could be. They tried to tell us we could only have 3% of a sponsored logo 3%. On my stream. You guys know who watch me every day.
Small.
I've got the branded Rogue Energy pop up. That's not even allowed. That wouldn't even be allowed if they could. Not even because it's too big. That wasn't even the point. That is considered a baked-in banner ad. Those were completely outlawed. Like that wouldn't be allowed at all whatsoever. Now, if I just had a little logo that said Rogue Partner, that had to be 3%. Max 3%. And so what happened was everybody got really vocal about it on Twitter. Everybody complained and we pushed back. Twitch ended up reversing it ultimately. In the process of Twitch reversing it, actually it was literally, I don't even think it was 24 hours.
It was literally like overnight. There was so much complaining on Twitter. Rightfully so, you know, it was pretty dog shit. Like if you really like look into like what they were proposing, like nobody was going to go for that.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. It wasn't going to help anybody. It was only going to make life harder for content creators. It was so bad that I would argue not that was the single turning point for me and changing my perspective of how I want to operate my business on Twitch, but I would argue that it was definitely a tipping scale because I was like, you know, they've been making bad decision after bad decision for a couple years. This is a detrimental decision, and I can't sit around and hope that they don't make another decision like this.
Yeah, so it was like a jump scare, like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, almost. It was like, damn, dude.
Yeah, and put you in his perspective and was like, okay, all right, let me think about this.
Yeah.
Let me marinate on it.
Yeah, it literally, it opened up my eyes to the fact that, like, if Twitch wanted to, and they just didn't give a fuck, they could implement policy that could actually literally caused me to not be able to make money streaming on Twitch anymore. And it really struck people the wrong way. And a lot of people came out and talked about it, and it got reversed, which is great. Phenomenal. We're really glad that Twitch came out and they reversed it. But here's where it got bad. Here's where I consider it to be posturing. A few days later, Twitch announced what they call the Partner Plus program. And you guys can chop this up to however you want to. Whatever your opinion is of it, that's completely okay. Especially whatever your opinion of my opinion is going to be when you guys hear about it. Some of you guys that watch the regular streams, you guys have already heard about this before. But if you haven't heard about it, now is going to be a good time for you to hear kind of what's been going on. And so Twitch came out with a couple days after all that backlash, after everybody's pissed off, after everybody's like, dude, what the fuck's going on? Like, Twitch is going downhill. What's happening? Twitch came out with what they called the Partner Plus program. And so for those of you that maybe aren't super into the streamer sphere, we have been asking for better pay for a long time. For those of you that don't know, Twitch takes 50% of our earnings. Not our tips.
Yeah.
But they take 50% of our earnings. So if you sub, if you prime sub, if you gift sub, Twitch is getting 50% of that from virtually almost every content creator out there. Virtually. Yeah. And to an extent, every single content creator. And we'll get into that in detail a little bit more. But streamers have been constantly saying, give us 70-30, give us 70-30, give us higher revenue split, help us make more money. And Twitch has been very, very, very insistent on fuck you guys.
Yeah,
We don't want you to make more money.
50-50.
We're going to keep it 50-50. This is the way it's got to be. This is how we can survive as a platform. And so some of you guys might, okay, so Twitch has their costs. They got to be able to make money if you want to, survive.
Yeah. So it's like, all right.
Which makes sense. And then you hear about other platforms. Facebook, when they came out, they, off the rip, were giving content creators 70%. YouTube, when they came out, Facebook. As soon as you get monetized on YouTube, you also get 70%. You guys have probably all have heard about Kick and all of the stuff going on around Kick. Kick gives you 95%. You don't even need to average viewers on Kick. Kick is 75
the
followers.
Slice of the pie is on Kick.
Yeah, it's 75 followers in 5 hours of streaming. They don't even make you have a viewer count. And they still give you 95% of your sub revenue on Kick. And this isn't just Kick. It's not just Facebook. It's not just YouTube. There are other platforms that give you more money. Even Twitter. If you get subscriptions on Twitter, they give you more of the money baseline. So what this is telling everybody...
I forgot you could subscribe on Twitter.
Yeah. And Twitter's pushing more towards the creator sphere. Twitter's trying to get more creators there.
Well, I mean, Twitter was kind of in the creator sphere because they had Periscope, but that shut down. That was their first like live streaming platform. Was Periscope?
Yeah, Periscope. I remember I did a Periscope stream one time.
Wait, did you actually?
Yeah, one time as a content creator.
We did I used to talk shit in Periscope streams. I was a little shit back then.
This was before IRL existed on Twitch. Before just chatting, we did a Periscope stream.
Okay.
But. So basically what I'm getting at, guys, is that every single platform, except for Twitch, is offering a higher base pay. And so when you put it in perspective that way, it kind of allows you to understand why people are so pissed off. Fast forward to a couple days ago, or maybe about a week ago now, fast forward, Twitch finally cracked. They finally cracked. And they said, hey, guys, we're going to come out with the Partner Plus program where we're going to give you an opportunity to make 70-30 revenue share on all of your subscriptions. But there's a catch.
The catch, dude.
There's a catch. Not every streamer is getting access to 70-30. It doesn't matter if you're an affiliate. You won't ever see it unless you become a Twitch partner. And then when you become a Twitch partner, you now have to grind for new requirements called the Partner Plus program, which has its own separate requirements. And to put into perspective why this matters so much, why this isn't actually to help streamers, but more a PR face-saving move from Twitch. And I say this as somebody who has been on Twitch his entire career. I've been here for 9 years as a partner. I don't think this was a move for streamers. I don't think this was a move for people to make more money. This was simply a move from the PR standpoint. This was to give Twitch some good publicity after weeks of onslaught bad publicity.
Yeah, because if you just look at it at face value, 70-30, wow. But if you really delve into the requirements, not everybody's going to benefit from the 70-30.
In fact, when Jimmy says not everybody, he means barely anybody will benefit from the 70-30. We'll put it in perspective. So one of the requirements to become a partner of this new Partner Plus program, to receive the 70-30 split, is that you actually need to have 350 paid subscribers for 3 months consecutively. So what that means, and for those of you that are like, okay, 350 subs, no big deal. No, the key word is paid subscribers. When I say paid subscribers, your gifted subs do not count. Your Prime subs do not count. You need 350 individual people to decide that you are worth it enough to pay $4.99 to. And not just pay $4.99 to, they need to do it for 3 months. And now it could be 350 different people. It could be 600 people. Like, you could subscribe to me for 3 months, and then someone could subscribe to me for 1 month and decide not to subscribe, and a different person could pick up a sub in their place. That's okay. But it needs to be 350 subs, paid subs, paying hard-earned money subscribers for 3 months. And only then will you actually qualify for the 70/30 Partner Plus program. But here's the other catch. They're not done right there.
There's more to it.
There's more.
There's another catch to it.
So
that's the insult to injury, dude. Is the final catch.
It's not only is it you have to be a partner to even qualify, and you have to have 350 paid subs, meaning no gifted subs, meaning no primes. Nope. These are features that Twitch actually came out with for you to benefit as a content creator, that they're now telling you no longer you can't benefit from that if you want this 70/30. No gifteds, no primes, just straight up 350 paid subscribers. But then even if you hit those requirements and you qualify for that 70/30 split, you only get it for 12 months. You only get that 70/30 split for 12 months. And then they're only going to pay you $100,000 on that 12 months. If you, assuming you even make that.
Yeah.
And so like Jimmy was saying, go ahead.
Pretty high number. It's a pretty high number, but like even if you do hit
2,400 subs.
Yeah, it stops. You stop receiving the 70/30. Yeah. You go back to 50/50.
You go back to 50/50. So
like what?
They punish you for being too successful with this new program. So you could bust your ass. You could get the 350 paid subscribers. You can literally tell your community, stop prime subbing, stop gift subbing, because you're taking away opportunity for somebody to actually pay for their subscription so that I could potentially qualify for this 70/30 split. So not only do you have to do that, but then you let's say you qualify, you get access. You only get access for 12 months, and they're only going to pay you up to $100,000 at that 70/30 split. If you make over $100,000, 100,001 penny, you get dropped back down to the 50/50 split for the rest of those 12 months. So the range for subbage is 350 subs to like 2,400 subs. If you go over 2,400 subs, it's no longer worth it to subscribe to you. You now need to start pushing people to use bits or to donate directly, because you're losing money on subscriptions after you reach that point. And if you're under 350 subs, you're just losing 50% of your money.
Yeah. So it's like a bait and switch. It's really like it's like a loophole. PR loophole to just like it's.
And then it resets every year.
Yeah, it resets every year. Like,
every year, you now have
honestly
to qualify for that. And so these aren't 100% accurate numbers. These are guesstimates by bots that have managed to sit in all these different random Twitch channels to see what sub count is. And a rough estimate, and this is going to be slightly bigger, out of the millions of streamers on Twitch, out of the 60,000 Twitch partners, roughly 1,000 to 2,000 people will actually benefit and qualify for the 70/30 split. That's nothing. To 2,000 people. But meanwhile, if you go on social media, everybody's marketing this as a W. Oh, huge W. It's a step in the right direction. Oh, this is so good for content creators. Let's go. Except they're not even benefiting. They're not benefiting from it. Very few people will benefit from it. And the ones who are telling you it's a good thing that do benefit, well, obviously you know why they're telling you it's a good thing, because they do benefit from it. And that's not bad. That's great. I'm really, really, really fucking glad that they get to benefit from that. I'm happy they get to make more money. But what about everybody else? What about
what about the smaller streamers over here, you know?
And I'm not even saying that those guys don't deserve it either. We're not saying that at all, because they busted their ass to get there.
We're not saying that. It's more of a Twitch thing. It's not on the creators.
Which is exactly why I say that it's posturing,
to be honest.
Yeah. It's exactly why we say it's posturing. And so every time somebody gifts a sub to a channel, every time somebody primes a sub to a channel, you're taking away one potential paid subscriber that person could have.
Don't prime anybody.
And so the reality is if you want to, it's so bad. Like, no, literally, but that's what it's gotten down to. We actually joked about it on my stream a couple days ago after this all came out. When I got gifted a sub, I was like, dude, why would you gift me a sub?
You're not helping
You're
us here,
hurting
man.
me. I'm forever
You're
going to be on
hurting.
50-50. I'm financially never going to recover from this. The reality is I'm never going to qualify for it anyways, chat, because there are people who average 2,000 subs on Twitch, and 80 to 90% of them are primes and gifted subs. There are people who have thousands of subs, and they don't qualify. That's how outrageous it is to even think about the fact that 350 paid subs is a requirement. And now, go ahead.
A lot more people would benefit from it if gifted subs were counted. A lot more people. Considerably amount.
And I should tell you guys the other side of it. I get why gifted subs don't count. Because what's stopping me from gifting 350 subs to my own channel? Knowing I'm going to make profit for the next year at a 70% split. So I get why gifted subs don't count. I think in general, I get where people are saying that this is a program that is a step forward. But if it's a step forward, it's a fucking millimeter forward. It's a millimeter forward. You know what I mean?
I don't even see it as a step forward. I just think it's just PR.
I think it's PR. Honest. It's posturing. It's like, hey guys, look, we did something good.
Yeah,
and I think it's because
good.
their hand
don't
was
hate us.
Their hand was
Smile.
dealt. Their hand was dealt. They literally had.
Oh yeah, 100% their hand was dealt. They're like, okay, let's see what we can give them for right now. Just get them to shut the hell up.
And here's
just to stop adding us on Twitter.
Here's the best part about all of it. The best part about all of it is it's not a new program. And some of you guys might be going, what do you mean it's not a new program? They just announced it. Yeah, that's the point. This was the actual 70-30 program that has been in place for the upper echelon of content creators. The only difference is instead of 350 paid subs, they needed to have 500 paid subs. This has been in existence. You didn't know about it unless you heard about it from somebody else. It's not even a new program. The only reason why people think it's new is because Twitch is shipping it as new. Twitch is like, hey, look, we're doing something. Essentially, all Twitch did was give 70-30 split back to the people who already had it. That's all they did. But it did exactly what they wanted it to do. Everybody went on Twitter and they're like, oh my God, this is huge. Oh my God, this is a massive W. Oh my God, this is so good for us.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not. It doesn't help anybody. Jimmy Buckets. I'm sorry. Toby, fuck you, man. That one got me. I've been good all day. That one fucking got me, bro.
In my head, I was like, this is Twitch packaging. Look, it's a new deal. Look at it. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go, idiots.
Yeah.
Chew on that for a little bit.
And that's what we're doing.
Like.
And we're eating it up. We're eating it up.
I don't want to litter.
We're eating it up. And so this is why I say, as viewers, this is extremely important. The reason why I wanted to talk about this today, and a lot of you guys come from my community, and you guys are massively supportive. You guys have all followed me on Kick. You guys have all shown love over there, and I really, really, really appreciate that. Shit, Jimmy, take over. Give me one sec.
Okay. So he was talking about Kick, so that's a really good transition. What the hell? He's on the phone. What the fuck? Anyways, the transition into we're gonna talk about Kick. Kick is popping on Kick. You know how I say 27 is hot. Kick is pretty hot right now. In the terms, like, if you guys seen the recent signups, the contracts, XQC and Amaranth, it's pretty wild. What was XQC's? I think it was 100 mil contract. We don't know what Amaranth is yet, but this just goes to show that, like, Kick is slowly becoming more and more reputable, in a sense, more viable to move towards if these big creators are moving over, because they've been on Twitch for a hot ass minute now. The thing is, the contracts aren't exclusive, so they can still stream on Twitch, which is pretty wild. So it's like, hey, come over here, but you know what? You can still stream on Twitch, but, like, yo, what's up? Come get this 95.5.
Come get this 95.5.
Yeah, I was talking about the contracts of XUC and Amaranth right now, because you went into Kick.
Yeah. And just because this is a very, very important question from Canna Cactus, I'm going to take this one. Canna says, so what do you think Twitch should do then? Considering they already operate at a loss and are trying to cut costs / improve revenue, is there a real solution besides being a money sink? I don't know what the solution is. It's not like, and I don't want to be like, it's not my job to know what the solution is, but ask yourself this. Why does every other platform offer more money base? Every other platform. Everyone. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Kick. I think even Rumble offers more. Trovo, they have tiers. Why does every other platform offer more money at base? And that's the only, that's, you know, I don't know what the move is. I just know that, sorry, everything's got to go back exactly how it was, man.
What the hell, OCD?
Yeah, I don't know what the move is. In a question of profitability, how does the 70-30 help then? Like the 70-30 for very few people, like that only brings their costs up more, right? I don't know. I think because they're willing to dish out more money in exchange of getting eyes on the platform to show more view hours for sponsors. Maybe with Kick, that makes sense because Kick is new. But what about YouTube? What about Facebook? They're still giving 70 and they're not new. YouTube's been around for ages. They've been around for ages. And so this, before I had to take a quick sec, this brings me, this brings me to my biggest like thing. The whole reason of even talking about this is because from the viewer perspective, you guys have a lot of power in your hand. You guys can sit around and let Twitch continue to take 50% of your money. Twitch is taking your money too, because you guys are the ones that are supporting the content creators that are on your favorite platform, Twitch, right? And so at the end of the day, you guys have a choice in what you can do to support your content creator. You can keep subbing, you can keep gifting. I think that's great. I still love subs. I still love gifted subs. I still love Prime subs. But if you really want to support a content creator or your favorite content creators, consider tipping. Consider doing bits, because bits, they get 100% of the amount. While you pay extra money up front for bits, they get 100% of the amount. If your favorite content creator decides that they want to try another platform out, support them in that. Because I promise you, it's still going to be the same content creator. It's just going to be a different platform. And as annoying as that might sound, it's not that hard to create a new account. It's not that hard to create a new account and go chat in another website. A lot of people have supported me in my endeavors with Kick, and that's been awesome, and I'm really glad about that. That's great. But you guys have a lot of power as viewers, because you guys have the ultimate say of where you keep your viewership. And that on its own is super, super powerful, because if you guys start to move, you guys tell everybody you're going to start watching your favorite creators on whatever platform they decide they want to go to. Yeah. Eventually Twitch is going to have to actually make some real changes that actually favor people that built their platform. I've seen this website from the very beginning.
Yeah, that ties into what I was talking about, Amaranth and XQC on Kick, because they have massive following. And then, you know, they, what did you say? 1 mil accounts were made yesterday on Kick.
1 million.
Like a lot of people, yeah. A lot of people are moving over, and so it's like creating waves. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Well,
I'm fucking tired.
And so I get it, right? A lot of people are uncertain about Kick. A lot of people are uncertain. They're like, Kick is new. How are they going to afford all this? How are they going to do this? How are they going to survive? Guys, if I'm being honest with you, Stake is a multi-billion-dollar online casino. It is the biggest online casino out there. I don't think they're actually looking to Kick as being all that profitable. While they are claiming that they're profitable, if you ask me, my opinion on it, I think that in the grand scheme of things, Stake can use Kick as a tax write-off from a business perspective to say that it's effectively working as advertisement for their casino. Like, I think, realistically, think about it. If you're a casino, you could easily claim that Kick is an entire advertisement platform for that.
Yeah, in a way it is, because you have creators playing it, advertising it. It just so happens to have other categories.
I actually hate this. I actually hate this because a lot of people, and this is something you're gonna see from a lot of scared streamers. And the reason why I say scared streamers, in this industry, you can't be fucking scared. Like, you have to be prepared to adapt. You got to be prepared to take risks. Like, I should not have become a full-time streamer 8 years ago when I did, but I did, and it worked out, and it worked great. But I wasn't making nearly enough to do full-time when I went full-time. But I took the fucking leap of faith. I had faith in myself. I trusted in myself to get it done, no matter what it meant. And I did that. And just like any business adventure, when you open a new business, if you're an entrepreneur, you got to take risks. You got to literally be willing to take risks. A lot of people are too focused on how much money that Kick paid XQC, but they don't even realize why Kick paid XQC that much money. It's not because they wanted him to stream on their platform. Think about Google it. Google XQC. It's in every single fucking news article. Everyone's talking about it. People who don't even care about it's marketing. It's not like, and so yeah, they want him. Why do you think the contract is not exclusive? Because it's not going to hurt anybody in the process. It brings more attention to Kick than just part of that 100 million is the biggest reason why it brings so much attention. If it was 50 million, people are like, wow, 50 million, that's a lot of money. Not that crazy. But then you see people right now are making the comparison. LeBron James signed a 2-year contract for $97 million, and now everybody is comparing it to XQC, who signed a 2-year non-exclusive contract for $100 million. Everyone is talking about that.
It's the shock factor.
People don't even care about streaming, and they're going to be talking about it. And they will be talking about it for months. It's going to be in every journalist, every news article. I see people on Twitter who are from fucking politics universe of Twitter talking about it.
So you're saying they don't necessarily want him to stream? They just wanted the name.
No, they want him to stream because it helps bring people here. But the name, as well as the shock factor, is generating more than 100 million worth in advertisement revenue, if you could look at it that way. Get what I'm saying? Because it is a massive ripple effect. By getting XQC the name and by bringing him to Kick, they now have every legitimate streamer on the platform, on the universe going, well, hang on a second. If XQC is willing to go there, wait a second, maybe I should think about this differently. And that's all they needed. They needed a minute of pause for you to go, well, hold on. And look what happened.
Hold up.
A million new signups. XQC has just over 230,000 followers on Kick. At 1 million new signups. Where's the other 700,000? It was from everybody else hearing about it, going, well, shit, I got to sign up. Oh, shit, I got to go move my stream over there.
I got to go to pools, hot tubs, and whatever. Oh my goodness.
But oh shit, I want to be there. Oh shit, I need to get my name on Kick before I can. There are streamers who are saying they don't even want to stream on Kick, but they're reserving their name just in case.
That's what I did.
That's what I did originally before I went. I went before the XQC shit, but because of what Twitch did, Twitch forced my hand. They made me want to go. Twitch made me realize I don't need to just be on Twitch. I need to be on TikTok. I need to be on YouTube Live. I need to be streaming on Kick. And so I'm now going to be streaming on all platforms in the near future. Right now, we're just doing Twitch and doing Kick on the side, but eventually it's going to be YouTube too. Eventually it's going to be TikTok Live as well, because it makes the most sense as a business perspective. It makes the most sense. I'm massively multiplying the potential for me to be seen or even just have that much wider of an audience, even if the transfer rate from Twitch to Kick isn't as good as you want it to be. And so, in general, people are focused too much on the money value, and they're not realizing what it actually means for that deal to go off. How do you, so this is actually a really good question. How do you group your community under one umbrella with that? I'm gonna snooze this for 5 minutes. We have an ad, this is my last snooze, so we have a forced ad break coming up soon.
Okay.
How do you group your community under one umbrella with that?
Well, you'll have your main, I guess you would have your main community in one spot, and then you have sub communities, because that happens with Twitch streamers.
Well, this is a benefit of social media too.
They have a huge YouTube audience that just watches YouTube. They don't even tune in for the streams.
Yeah, well, I mean, and think about this as well. So you say, how do you keep your community under one umbrella with that? I don't do regular time on Twitch because I am cutting my Twitch time back, but I still show love to my Twitch viewers and my Twitch subbers and everybody that wants to stay on Twitch by doing streams here on Twitch. Going over to Kick, allows me to differentiate my audience. Completely different content over there. I'm not even doing the same content on Kick that I do on Twitch. But also that's where other forms of social media come into play. You group everybody on your Twitter, get everybody to follow you on Twitter, get people to join your Discord server. That's how you keep everybody involved and together. He said, "Oh yeah, sorry." Yeah, it's more personable. He said, "Oh yeah, sorry. I meant more like imagine you stream 5 places at once with 5 chats." Well, there's plenty of programs that actually group all your chats into one chat box. It's not like you're flipping tabs between the different chats. There are programs that allow you to do it, that combine it all into one. There is stuff out there that makes it really easy. Restream is one of them, for an example. And as we move forward, you're gonna see more of that stuff come into play. You're gonna see a lot more services start to offer being able to stream in multiple platforms.
Yeah, I've seen chats where it has like a little icon. It has like a YouTube icon and then like a Twitch icon. So they're different chats, but they're grouped up. Like it puts them together. But I don't know. I don't know about restreaming. Not restreaming, but multi streaming.
I think the problem is everybody's like, well, a lot of problem that people have right now. I'll outline the biggest issues that people have with Kick. One, they don't like where the money comes from. They don't like that it's a casino. In their morality, in their moral high horse, they sit on top of their horses and they go, yeah, but Stake is going to be marketing gambling to young adults. Amazon literally is legal sweatshops, bro. Like they pay dog shit wages and you work in shit tier conditions and you get overworked. Are we really like people buy fucking Nikes that literally they make them for pennies and then you spend $100+ on a pair of Nikes? So like, do we really want to bring morals?
Was made in an Asian sweatshop.
That's what I'm saying. And so people are so quick to bring morals into their decision.
Yeah, it's pick and choose morals, to be honest. Ignorance is bliss because they actually don't know what goes into the stuff that makes their shit. But yeah, they'll sit on their moral high horse and be like, well, I'm not going to do that because of this.
And then the other issue with Kick is Aiden Ross. Everybody knows Aiden Ross is a fucking problem. Aiden Ross is figuring out he's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
That's going to change. XQC has already talked to Trainwrecks about Aiden Ross. They've already had a conversation in the one day that XQC has been on Kick. They've already had a conversation about it within 24 hours. There is a lot of stuff that will be addressed, but a lot of people who are bringing up Aiden Ross, a lot of people who are bringing up the State connection, they don't even know what Twitch was like back in 2012 or 2013. Twitch was dog shit too.
I would say it's kind of like the start of Twitch Kick right now.
And not only that,
Twitch was Justin TV was wild as fuck.
My favorite part of all of it, Jimmy, Aiden Ross streamed on fucking Twitch. He was on Twitch. He was here. You were fucking oblivious. People were oblivious to it because they didn't have to worry about it. Now they're scared and they're worrying about it.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. He was already here, bro. Everybody that's banned on Twitch that went to Kick, they were literally already here on the fucking platform. Name him. Bruce, drop him off. I don't like that guy either. I think he's bad too. I think if people really cared about who they were giving a platform to, they would stop platforming these trash ass motherfuckers. Like they would literally stop giving them a platform. But people they love propping up these dog shit ass creators, dude. They love propping up these shitty ass people. You see it time and time again.
I don't understand how people still watch Ice Poseidon, even though he literally scammed.
Dude, he took their fucking money, bro.
He literally pumped and dumped his own crypto, and people still watch him, dude. He literally said, "Nah, I'm not gonna give the money back," and people still watch him.
CX in the chat.
Dude, I don't understand.
On that note, we have to take an ad break. 10 seconds until the ad drops. Holy shit, dude. Oh, like seriously though.
Yeah.
And so I hate.
Like actually.
Fuck, we gotta pin it, Jimmy. We gotta pin it. Chat, there's an ad starting right now. I can't skip this one. I snoozed it 3 times.
I'm pinning.
Fuck, dude. I get so pissed off when these people go on Twitter with their fucking high horses, bro, and they talk about the morality of Kick versus Twitch. Like fuck you, dude. Like you don't even care, bro.
Yeah.
You just don't want your platform to fall down.
The moral high horse are like really shitty individuals.
And so like, and here's the thing. If you want to stay on a ship that's potentially sinking, fucking do it. I'm not even telling you to leave Twitch. I still stream on Twitch. I'm saying you need to, as a business person, you need to diversify and start spreading out your business so that if something happens on any one of the platforms, you have a fucking home to go to.
Yeah,
you have a place to go to.
And be safe.
Right now, these people that only stream on Twitch, they don't have that because they only stream on Twitch.
Yeah. But I mean, for like the top end creators, the people are just gonna follow them wherever. It's more for the like the smaller streamer that like having like a backup is more like useful.
Nah, I wouldn't even say that.
See your point.
Ninja was the first person to realize. Think about it. Ninja was the first person to realize he should be streaming to all platforms. Think about it. He's leaving Twitch because they no longer allow him. He dropped his contract. He dropped his partnership. He didn't get affiliate. He made zero money on Twitch because he knew that not being contracted, he would be allowed to simulcast to every other platform and it would be that much bigger. He's leaving Twitch to go simulcast on every other platform because they're forcing him to.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not, my brother, guys. But we got to pin it. You know, I know we kind of, you know, you guys will be able to see the full episode and what goes down in the ad breaks. This one's a passionate one. So, bro, you guys look the same. No, we do not.
Just because we were wearing the same hat in different
it's
colors.
literally because we're wearing the same hat, dude.
The same hat, dude.
I think that's why they think that. They're like, oh, look, he's wearing the hat.
Yeah.
I felt like he was streaming on every platform because his views took a huge dive. That's the perspective that somebody would have on the outside for sure. Except that's not why. He knew.
I didn't really tune into the Mixer streams. I don't even know how that went down.
I didn't go to Mixer either. Really yeah, I didn't go there either. No, and that's why this is different. That you actually, when we come back from this ad break in 30 seconds, that is exactly why this is different. That's why this Kick versus Twitch thing is different than the whole Mixer thing. A lot of people are going, well, this just feels like another Mixer situation. Except there are a couple of things.
It felt like that in the beginning, but now, no, I'm kind of getting like my eyes are like kind of opening. Well, that's what I was saying. Like it's generating waves.
I'll
like,
tell you
why
it felt like that for you too. I actually think I know why it felt like that for a lot of people. And when I pointed out,
diagnose me.
Yeah, when I pointed out, everybody in chat will realize too if they haven't already.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Just real quick because I read this. He said, yeah, but he didn't platform Nick Fuentes on Twitch though. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I think Aiden Ross is a dumbass, but one person doesn't speak for the entire community and platform that's over there on Kick. People are letting one person. I get that Kick hasn't. That Kick hasn't like punished him for it. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But they have to be smart on how they make their moves, and I think that shit's gonna start getting nipped in the butt. I think that shit is literally gonna start getting nipped in the butt. You'll see it. Give it time. People need more time to see that. But I'm not one person that's gonna say that this one content creator is gonna be the, like, there are people on Twitter that are literally saying the entirety of Kick is just filled with bigots, is filled with far right leaning asshats. Like they're saying the entire Kick community is that. I haven't experienced any of that shit on Kick in the 4 streams I've been there. None of it.
Say the people saying that don't even like go to the platform like at all.
They don't. They've never even once stepped foot over.
I don't even go to the platform and I don't say anything because I honestly don't know. But I'm not gonna sit here on Twitter just complaining for no reason.
Yep. Welcome back to the fucking podcast. Those of you guys that were on the ad break, sorry that you guys got hit with an ad. I apologize for that. Obviously, you know, ads have to run. I cannot snooze ads anymore, so we will have to continue to take breaks during those. I have gotten my 3 max snoozes per stream.
We snoozed it. We don't have any more. We're limited. But you know where there's not ads? Kick.com/CrossFireX.
This is true. Kick.com/CrossFireX. There are no ads over on Kick. This is actually accurate. Yeah. And so to bring back back up to the point of like the whole platform war. The biggest thing that I've advocated for a lot of people is that you need to stream where you feel is best for you to stream. Stop fucking worrying about all these people who don't actually give a fuck about you. All these people that are making those tweets, picking a side, is literally they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They're farming impressions on Twitter because impressions give likes give dopamine, and dopamine fuels the fucking drug. It's like it's its own drug on its own, and it's another hit, and it just keeps them feeling good. And when they get that hit, as soon as that hit's gone, they drop lower than they were previously, and they need another fucking hit. And the way they get that hit is by coming up with these hot topics. They come up with these divisive ideologies, the right or the wrong, and they get people to react on their emotion. That's why this is an issue. This goes back to the beginning of the podcast where I said social media is dog shit. And that's why. Because it's fueled by validity. It's fueled by people wanting to feel valid in their own feelings. To feel important. The reality is, no one actually gives a fuck. And if you think they give a fuck, you're only that much more removed from reality. So do what is best for you in your best interest. What's going to support you the best way, because you only have one fucking life. And you get to choose how to live it. So stop letting other people live it for you. Stop letting them tell you what you should and shouldn't do. Make your own decisions. Make the best decision for yourself. And who cares about what these people on Twitter are saying? And the reason why people are saying, well, this feels like another Mixer situation, they're forgetting one thing. You go back and you look at the stats, people were genuinely happy with where Twitch was at. Twitch was still making good decisions. The upscale on Twitch was on the rise still. Mixer came out at the worst possible time. If Mixer came out today, it would be massively successful. If Microsoft did Mixer today, it would be successful.
Yeah,
because
it's just L after L.
Kick is capitalizing on all of the L's that Twitch is dropping right now. Twitch is constantly bad policy after bad policy. And Kick is like, well, hey, over here, we're kind of doing things different. Oh, hey, over here, we're going to pay you more money. Oh, hey, over here, if you have an accident, it's not that big of a deal. We'll listen to you. We'll talk with you. Oh, hey, over here, we're making these changes. Hey, over here. And that's all they needed to do. I say this a lot with gaming. Games come out, some games only fail, not because they're good, not because they're filled with bugs, but because they come out at the wrong time. There's a game that I thought was going to be pretty good and had an opportunity to be pretty big. It was an MMORPG. It released a month before Lost Ark. It didn't succeed and ultimately shut down because it released a month before one of the biggest game releases of the year that people were waiting for years in the West. It's the same in every industry. The reason why Mixer struggled was because Twitch, people were genuinely happy with Twitch. It was bad timing. And Microsoft, one, they probably knew it was bad timing. Two, Microsoft is a business. They didn't want to lose any more money than they had already lost on the deals with Mixer, with Ninja and Shroud. So they cut their losses short before they lost more money. That's how investments work.
All right. Yeah, that's how businesses like actually work.
That's how investments work.
If it's not making money, they just cut it off at the fucking and then forget about it.
They were willing to take the risk for the potential that it could have. It didn't work for them, so they got out before they lost too much. This isn't the same with Kick.
It's business, bro.
I didn't make a Mixer account at all. If that says anything, I'm a diehard Twitch Bleed Purple loyalist. I grew up with this platform. I was partnered on this platform at 17 years old. I'm 26 now. I literally grew with this platform. And even I'm like, this ain't the best place to be a streamer anymore. And I believe that. I don't believe this is the best place to be a streamer anymore. I don't. And that's because
what do you think
directly
the best place is to be a streamer right now?
A small streamer, probably Kick.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of games that aren't established on Kick yet, and you have the potential to be seen. As a small streamer, probably Kick. Realistically, there is no one platform that is the best. You should be on all of them. And I've been pretty vocal about that over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, you have been.
And it's just, people are losing trust in Twitch. People are losing trust in Twitch's ability to turn this shit around. And people are fed up. Content creators are fed up. Viewers are fed up. How many of you guys have to sit through ads that you don't want to watch anymore? And I'm not saying that you should go to
ads are a
Kick because there's no ads, because there eventually will be ads on Kick. Now, they say that ads are going to be optional over there. They say it's going to be optional over there. We don't know what the ads are going to look like. People think it might be gambling ads. We have no clue what the ads are going to look like yet.
Imagine their gambling ads for the people who advocated for gambling to be banned on Twitch, but then go to Kick and then they get gambling ads on their stream.
Well, and that's
Holy full circle.
Well, and that's the thing. The people that are upset about the gambling on Kick, there's fucking dude. They have the equal amount of viewers gambling on Twitch. And I mean, quite literally, you can go look at the slots category on Twitch right fucking now. There's probably 18 to 20,000 people in the category viewing it right now on Twitch.
Yeah.
So the morality shit is bull. It's garbage. It's trash that people are using to rage bait, into emotionally bait people, into picking a side to make them feel a little bit better and to make them feel a little bit more valid in their decisions. That's all it is.
Simulator.
Yeah, it's all it is.
Yeah. That's
and
terrible.
So that's why I say it's important for people to see every angle. It's so bad. And so if you guys are wondering why all of your favorite streamers are trying out other fucking platforms, that's why. Because we don't know if we could trust Twitch anymore. The reality is Twitch just made me sign a brand new partnership agreement. The 9 years I've been partnered, I have had the same original contract from 2014, since before there was even IRL content on Twitch. I don't anymore. That contract is gone. It's now called the Monetized Streamer Agreement, which is a whole new outline. And as soon as I signed it, it voided my last contract. In that Monetized Streamer Agreement, and you guys can go look for yourselves, for those of you that are affiliates, for those of you that are Twitch streamers, I don't have it here, and hopefully I can put it up on Discord or Twitter later. There is a clause in there that basically gives Twitch the discretion to take your partnership away if your quality isn't up to snuff, if you're not engaging with your chat, if you go inactive. And I get it. I think if you do go inactive, they should take your partnership away. But it is
what was the terminology they used? Was it of quality?
I don't know the specific terminology. I could try to pull it up in the MSA. I know there's probably, it's all over Streamer Sphere. It's probably in my Twitter like somewhere. But essentially,
it's something like up to quality, but who dictates that?
Exactly. Well, and that goes back to the branded content guidelines. Who dictates the 3% size on your stream? And so you stream at 1080p. How the fuck did they figure out? What if the Twitch staff member's on a 20-inch monitor? 3% to them isn't 3% to me. So how did they figure that out? What were their plans for that?
Probably check the resolution and then, you know.
But are they really going to check the resolution? I mean, there's been shit that people have been banned. No, because think about it. There's been shit people have been banned for on Twitch where if there was even an ounce of decency in the banning, they'd realize like, oh, that was an accident. They didn't mean to do that. They really shouldn't get banned for it. But nope, here's 24 hours. We just took away your revenue for 24 hours. We just banned you for 7. A nip slip happens on stream. And I get it. Nip slips shouldn't be allowed. And porn shouldn't be allowed on a platform that is 13 plus. But if it accidentally happens, you weren't trying to, it wasn't the focal point of your content, you just scrolled and it happened, well, guess what? You got banned for it.
Yeah, wasn't that a thing? They reverted a rule where context matters. I forget. It was way back when, like a couple of years ago. There's a clarification, like people were getting banned for a certain something, but then the context made it better. And then you wouldn't get banned, but people are still getting banned for dumbass reasons.
Dumbass reasons.
People get banned for literally dumbass reasons every day.
Yeah, and so when you think of it that way, you realize that like putting all your eggs in one basket is potentially setting yourself up for failure. It's like, yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough as a content creator in this
As of in the state of live streaming right now,
Yeah, in this
would you
state,
say?
it's
Yeah,
because there's so much uncertainty. This is where I've been saying the
there is so
landscape
much
is constantly
uncertainty.
changing.
So you're saying wherever the shit falls, having your shit diversified, you could just move. You know,
It's saving you. So
you could just pivot
yeah,
to somewhere else. So if something goes on fire over here, oh, don't worry, I got my shit over here. We're all cool.
yeah, it's not gonna hurt your livelihood, especially if you're a full-time content creator, right? Like I'm a full-time content creator.
Yeah.
If I got banned on Twitch permanently today, obviously I've started on Kick and that's great, but I'm losing a lot of money, a lot of revenue.
Yeah.
And then what? Right? What's the next step for me then?
True.
And I have only just begun building on another platform. Now imagine you're a 1,000 viewer streamer. You only stream on Twitch. Maybe you do a little YouTube, but all of your money, 95% of your income,
a massive hit.
Yeah.
I guess you can use me as an example because I've only ever streamed on Twitch and I'm not that big. But yeah, if I was to get banned right now permanently, I would have to move to Kick.
Well, not only that,
And I would have to start over because I haven't started building.
starting from scratch practically, because you haven't started building a community on Kick. But not only did you not start building a community on Kick, your community isn't fully transferable to Discord. It's not fully transferable to Twitter. Only parts of your community are going to be in Discord. Only parts of your community are going to be in Twitter. So you're essentially starting and building from scratch. And when you think about how long it takes for people to build communities of size,
it takes a while.
you're resetting everything. It's like hitting the reset button on your life. And so let's say you've been doing this for 7 years. You just threw 7 years of shit down the drain and you have nothing to show for it. Then what? All because Twitch decided to make a change.
You made me aware.
All because Twitch decided to make a change. All because Twitch decided, hey, you know what? The affiliate program's costing us more money. Let's get rid of it today.
Dude.
Then what? It's their discretion anyways. The partner program could end tomorrow. It's their discretion.
That'd be scary as fuck.
It's their, so that's what I'm saying. Like it's at their discretion. You're literally at somebody else's will. And so you need to do the things that are going to make it possible for you to not get fucked by some corporate company. Because the reality is as soon as Amazon bought Twitch, I hate to say it, I was an advocate for Amazon buying Twitch. I was like, this is great. Twitch is phenomenal. This is only going to get better. Amazon is literally going to let Twitch CEOs stay in place. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Except it's not awesome, right? Because we're seeing 5 years over the course of it, how bad it is. But do you know how bad things really are? People still blame Jeff Bezos for Amazon. Jeff Bezos hasn't been the CEO of Amazon for 3 fucking years.
Isn't he just like a big shareholder?
Yeah, he's just like a consultant now. He's not
CEO.
even the CEO. And people still blame Jeff Bezos. They go, fucking Jeff Bezos so greedy. I'm like, bro, do you know Jeff Bezos
man,
literally isn't even the CEO
stealing
of
my
Amazon
money
anymore? He has like no involvement with Twitch whatsoever. Like, do you even understand that?
No, most people don't. Thanks, Obama.
Yeah, man. And so in this space, it is very uncertain as a content creator. Nothing's permanent. And all these people are acting like they're safe on Twitch, and they're not. Because 3 years from now, Twitch could shut down. Then what? Because you thought you were safe? You had a false sense of security that you were okay because it was the biggest one on the platform?
I don't think Twitch will ever like necessarily die, but I will, if it continues to be the shit show that it is, it'll definitely fall from grace
No, I think
and be a mass exodus into other streaming platforms.
yeah, I think
Because there is
I don't think
competition.
Twitch
And
is ever gonna
competition
die.
is good because like maybe
Innovation.
hopefully, hopefully, Twitch wakes up and makes better policies and does better.
Well, they have to
do better.
If Twitch didn't have a fucking, if every fucking person in the Twitch office didn't go after they read the news about XQC,
Yeah. Emergency meeting.
even with it being non-exclusive and XQC can still stream on Twitch, we're talking the largest viewer watch hours on Twitch
On Twitch, the
was
big
XQC.
dog, the guy at the top.
The
Yeah,
largest
literally.
viewer watch hours. And so if he does a 2-hour stream on Twitch and then goes and streams on Kick for the rest of his stream, that's 6 hours that Twitch just took a massive hit to their viewer watch hours. You don't think that's going to cause ripples? That's just XQC. Never mind the hundreds of streamers that are now thinking about streaming on Kick too. Never mind the hundreds of viewers that are now thinking about watching content on Kick because their streamers are moving over there.
That's a big thing. Like at the start of it, I didn't make a Kick account because there was literally nobody that would
There was
want
no reason to go
watch
there.
on the platform. But now people are moving over, so I did make an account because I am a content creator. But like, I had no reason to watch. But now I have more creators to watch, so you know sometimes I
Yeah,
pop in.
you got the
and
homies.
kick and,
You got the homies moving
yeah,
over there
literally,
right now.
and then that opens myself to discover new people.
People you
because
never knew
it's
before.
not as because it's not as saturated, you know, because it's newer. So it's only like it opens the door, and it's very easy to just see what's past it, you know. So the people making the 1 million accounts made, that's huge, actually huge.
And that was just after XQC. And then they announced Amaranth.
Yeah,
And then you hear
Amaranth.
that they have 4 more streamers that they're going to announce. You hear that there's
Yeah,
more.
he keeps
Up to 4
yeah,
more,
he
right?
keeps tweeting. Yeah, I think so. Toby has that information. But yeah, Trainwreck keeps tweeting, I guess in his replies or whatever. I actually need to follow Trainwreck.
Well,
just
and
to stay
actually,
up to
this
date.
is actually a really good thing to talk about. Kick is making changes to the platform that they're trying to, like, obviously a lot of people are like, Kick is just a knockoff Twitch. Well, yeah, no shit. Twitch created the recipe for what looks like a successful UI on a platform. Of course they're gonna copy that. Why the fuck
Yeah,
wouldn't
they're
you?
gonna.
It's the easiest
It's not
way
gonna be the.
to get
it's
the
not gonna be the
largest market
exact
share to
same.
transition.
But it's gonna be very familiar.
Well, think about it.
'Cause
Twitch,
familiarity is really huge, and it's easy.
it's the
you know?
easiest. It's the easiest transition.
easy.
So,
Yeah.
the target audience for like YouTube has bad UI. Other platforms have their own UIs.
Yeah, YouTube is
By
YouTube's,
effectively-
UI for live streaming is ass.
Yeah, by effectively copying Twitch's UI, they're effectively saying, "Hey, if you ever do decide to come here, the transition will be easy because it's all pretty much the same."
Yeah.
And it
It's not that
makes
hard to navigate the
swapping
system.
that much easier. It makes the change that much easier for the viewer. It was strategic.
Yeah.
It was smart. And then you hear there was a tweet from a streamer, and I will
Just a tweet.
I will pull this tweet up for you guys to see so that you guys
up,
have
pull it up.
reference on this. I don't actually have the link for this one.
/CrossfireX, by the way.
Okay, so I don't actually have the link to show you guys the tweet. I have a picture of the tweet. I don't have the link for it. A tweamer.
A tweemer.
Whatever the fuck that is. Whatever the fuck that is, man. I actually, correction, I do have the link. Correction, I have the link. The link is available.
We have the link.
I will pull it up. Hey, yo, Trainwrecks. You need Twitch drops, but for Kick, if you really want to step forward to them. Trainwrecks responded, it's already in the works. And so the other day when BattleBit was announced, and I said I was going to stream BattleBit on Kick the first night that it dropped, I actually ended up deciding to stream it on Twitch because of Twitch drops. It actually had influenced. Twitch drops had effectively influenced my decision making on where I was going to stream the game. And then you hear that they're already working on something like that for Kick. They're already in the process of making these moves. And I've already heard streamers or viewers go, man, if only we had the Twitch drops over here on Kick. You know,
Yeah.
if only we had those Twitch drops. And it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then you hear about, so obviously they're working on, you know, They're working on fleshing that stuff out. They're working on making the platform better. This is something that Twitch has never done. Not that I know of. Look at this. Kick announced they're giving out 24/7 live chat support to all verified users.
What the hell?
24/7 live chat support. And even if you're not a verified user and you're like, okay, verified users, accept this. They announced that it will eventually roll out to all users, regardless of your status on the platform. And they've begun hiring in multiple different countries to work on this live chat so that people have a live chat support to give them a hand, to help them out with shit that they're dealing with.
That's kind of cool, but like the manpower required to do that, like a live chat.
But they have the money.
To employ a lot of people. I know they have the money, but like
they're already doing it.
It'd be great if they'd be great if Twitch had that, but like there's so many people on Twitch.
But that's the thing. Twitch,
and honestly, some people be asking some dumbass answers.
And so
it find somewhere else, but like yeah.
Well, here's the beauty behind that, right?
It is a W, but I'm skeptical.
Here's the beauty behind that. Think about it. Ira brought this up the other day. YouTube has their long form content, which they feed ads on, and they make a lot of money from that, and they can use that money to increase their presence in the live streaming world. Kick has stake backing them with tons of money. Amazon's not backing Twitch. Other than Twitch Prime, what is Amazon? Where's the Amazon money at helping Twitch? Is it there? I don't know. We got Twitch Prime, but it's not like people aren't going to Amazon to subscribe to Prime just so they get a free sub on Twitch. The people who are using Twitch Prime already have Amazon Prime.
Yeah, a lot of people do have Amazon Prime, and they're like, "Oh wait, I got a Twitch Prime. Fuck it,
yeah."
Use it.
They're not going there to get their free sub. They're not going there for the free indie games that Twitch is offering. If they got it, they use it. That's great. Where's the backing? I haven't seen anything outside of Twitch Prime that Amazon is using.
From Jeff Bezos.
And so it's like, it makes you really start to wonder.
I just ignored it.
Yeah, the Jeff Bezos.
It makes you wonder what?
It really just makes you start to wonder, like, are they even really trying at this point? Like
what, Twitch?
Yeah, like truthfully, like not Twitch, because I get it. I know that there's Twitch staff there that still cares, even though it doesn't feel like there is staff there that cares. I know there is staff that still cares at Twitch. I know some staff that still care, but they are so removed from the reality. They're so out of touch with the own culture that they built. Bleed Purple died years ago. It died years ago.
Like it's more corporate now.
It's corpo.
Like if you ever worked in like a minimum wage job, you know that corporate knows nothing about the day to day, and then they try to tell you shit, and you're just like, well, it's not how it works over here. It's not exactly how it goes down. I can see that.
It's gone corporate. That's what it feels like. It is entirely gone corporate.
Yeah.
And so, I'm not saying Kick's the promised land. I'm not saying any platform's the promised land. But
true, you can't get a false sense of hope. Like you can't expect to just go to Kick and then, oh my god, I'm gonna get gifted 100 subs.
It just really puts into perspective.
You gotta still put in the work, but
yeah,
100%. There's a lot of stuff really appealing to Kick that Twitch is really dropping the ball on.
Yeah,
consistently over years.
It's tough, man. It's tough, dude.
It's weird. It's weird to navigate. It's kind of interesting to see where it's going, because competition is healthy for the space. It's just interesting how it's all going down.
This is a good question. He said, yeah, but considering that Kick did or somewhat copied Twitch UI, I feel like there could be legal issues there. And would you agree that not only that, but Twitch also has conferences that support the website and little funding? TwitchCon has one yearly conference that they do. Two, if you count the fact that they brought it overseas in the last couple of years. I don't know how much that's really supporting the website in terms of funding, especially because they've already started to limit how much they're spending at TwitchCon, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But in terms of the UI being copied, if there were legal issues, the legal issues would already be in the space. Kick has been around for over a year. If there were legal issues, it would have already been announced. It would have already been happening. Twitch would have already taken action. They wouldn't have waited. And the reality is this. One of the funniest part of all of this, a lot of people are going to tell you.
What's the funny part?
A lot of people are going to sit there and they're going to tell you that Twitch makes money from Kick. They don't. Amazon makes money from Kick. And Amazon's going to get paid. And Amazon loves getting paid. So do you think Amazon, as the parent company, is in their best interest to allow one of their subsidiaries to sue another company that is also paying them? Doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't. Why would that happen? And now I don't know. I'm not a legal expert. That's just my opinion on it. That's my logical approach to it. How was Kick paying Amazon? You ever heard of AWS? Every website you go on the internet. What the fuck is that, dude?
What? I'm doing the math. I'm sorry. Stop getting sidetracked, man.
And so while Kick isn't perfect, we are back from the ad break. While Kick isn't perfect, while all these other platforms have their pros and their cons to them, Twitch isn't either. And people should stop acting like it is. Because it's not.
Yeah. No platform is perfect.
Oh, here we go. Toby, fucking GOAT. Love you, dude. Toby actually got the, remember how, backtrack a little bit, the monetized streamer agreement and the new contract that I had to sign? And that, the best part about that agreement, by the way, the monetized streamer agreement, if you're an affiliate, you don't even get to sign it.
Nope.
You're automatically in it.
I didn't get to sign it. Yeah. I'm automatically in it.
The minute you do your next stream on Twitch, you're automatically agreeing to that MSA. You're automatically agreeing to it. I don't have rights
as an affiliate. Smile.
And so the thing that I was talking about, guys, where I said that I didn't have the exact wording. Toby has gotten the exact wording for me. The big thing that I was talking about with that monetized streamer agreement and the clause is, it says, in addition, Twitch has the discretion to remove affiliates or partners if Twitch doesn't think the content is of good enough quality or if there isn't enough viewer engagement. What that means is it's up to Twitch, whatever the fuck they deem that to be. They could just remove you.
It's up to some dumbass to be like, you know what? I don't like this content. It doesn't meet the qualifications.
For instance,
you're done.
What that means for me.
You're fucking done.
I'll describe what that means for me as a Twitch partner. When I got partnered on this platform, it was 500 CCV to get partnered on Twitch. 500 concurrent viewership. Yes, I used to be way more relevant back then than I ever was today. So what that means is, at one point, I had a lot of fucking viewers. And that's how I got partnered on Twitch. The new requirements to get partnership are 75 average viewers. I don't meet those numbers. I don't. Did I? Back in October of last year? Yeah, we had a lot of viewers back then. But it's always ever so fluctuating. And we typically average anywhere between 45 to 60 viewers right now. If Twitch wanted to, they could say, hey,
you don't meet the requirements.
You don't have enough viewer engagement, so we're going to take your partnership away. Just like that. That's it. 9 years I've been streaming on their platform as a partner. 9 years. I've been creating content, making the money.
Could potentially happen.
I'm not saying it will happen.
Yeah.
But I could wake up one day and they could say, hey,
yeah,
we're taking your partnership. And then what? How am I supposed to feel then? Am I supposed to just want to stay here?
No, you just go like,
am I supposed to want to continue? Right? Yeah, am I supposed to want to continue here? Why the fuck would I want to? Like, how shitty does that feel? I already went through that experience with Discord. Discord made a bunch of people partners. And then 5 years down the line, they were like, hey, by the way, We don't care about your outside status. Your Discord community needs to be exactly this, and if it's not, we're gonna take your Discord partnership. And then they gave us metrics, and they said, hey, by the way, you have to meet these metrics over the course of 8 weeks. And every week, you have to continue to average this on Discord. And it is a 8-week rolling average is what they call it. And if you don't meet it, they take your Discord partnership. I was a Discord partner for over 5 years. I lost it. I lost it a couple years ago. I don't give a fuck. I got all the shit that said I was a Discord partner. It doesn't mean anything to me. I got to keep my discord.gg/firenation. You know, I lost Nitro. That's it. That's literally what I lost by not being a Discord partner anymore. I lost the verified badge. I lost access to Discord partner parties at TwitchCon when they do them. The VIP only shit. That's it.
Oh, man. Who am I going to use for... Man. Wait, did I say that out loud? Fuck.
That would cause a lot of big waves that they don't want. Well, they're already paving the way to do it. They're already telling people, if you're inactive, we're going to remove your partnership. We're going to remove your affiliate.
I want to know how long the inactive part is. Because
I took a break for a year.
I'm inactive.
Yeah. I took a break for an entire year.
Because it's been 25. It's been like 25 days.
Jesus Christ. It's been that long already?
Yeah, it's been that long. Yeah, someone DM'd me that was like, oh, this is your last stream. I was like, holy fuck. I was like, oh shit. Put me in perspective. But anyways, like, if someone took a month break,
oh my god,
could they just yoink my shit? Well, I'm not partner, but
whoops. I'm not gonna lie. I saw a update on Twitter from Kick, and I zoned out. You can just keep it $1.50. It's actually Kick memeing it's. Hey, you guys want to see it while he's gone? Kick is memeing themselves, dude. This is funny. Get over here and watch this before you miss out. Look at this. This is comedy right here, dude.
Don't make fun of my chair.
Mods, try without slow motion.
I'm self-conscious about it.
Mods, remove slow motion from it. Oh my god. You know, dude, I'm also fucking angry. Mods, try without slow motion.
That's funny. That's funny. They acknowledged they had an issue when XQC came over. There were so many people signing up, it blew their shit up literally, and they're memeing it. Like, that's funny. That's fucking hilarious. And they've already fixed the issue, by the way. The servers were great yesterday with Aiden Ross, with XQC, and with Amaranth. I streamed on Kick all night last night, no problem.
That was pretty funny, dude. People be running the company Twitter accounts be wild, and
bro, Kick be wilding on every Twitch post. Every post about Twitch, they be wilding.
Yeah, dude, just straight heat all the time. But I was saying, because I took a break for 25 days, what's the window of saying inactive? Because if it's a month, I'm pretty close to that, and they can yank my shit. But I'm not a partner. But I mean, could they yoink the affiliate?
Yeah, I mean they could 100% if they wanted to.
Yeah.
This guy's just making shit up, dude. I just saw a tweet that said Kai Cenat.
Are you reading the comments?
No, I just saw a tweet that said Kai Cenat signed for $75 million with Kick. Except that doesn't make any sense. That's why I think it's bullshit. He said that it's from owner of Stake, and that's the biggest gambling site since 2017. Nah, I don't even think that this. Yeah, this is definitely bait. One, Kick would have already announced it. Two, if Kai is gonna sign anywhere, he's gonna sign on Rumble. He already has a deal over there for the show that him and iShowSpeed are doing. So yeah, it's gonna be Rumble. But like, people are literally going over to fucking Kick right now, wondering if Kai's there. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, it's crazy.
What the heck, man? So much misinformation. So many Twitter impression farming.
All because of dopamine, man. Literally.
I got 10 likes on my tweet. I'm popping off on Twitter.
Literally. I mean, it just the feed.
I'm blowing up on Twitter, guys.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of people also like a lot of people are hesitant about Kick too because they feel like Kick is shady. The reality is they just don't know. They haven't even looked into it. They're just like, I don't know, that's a casino. They're gonna be promoting gambling to young kids, young adults. It's like you weren't concerned about Vegas ads. You weren't like, well, that's
a lot of these young adults do fucking drugs.
not only
What's the whole
dude, the
problem with
funniest fucking part,
gambling,
bro.
dude? What?
No one batted a fucking eye when Twitch announced TwitchCon in Vegas.
No, they memed the shit out of it.
They memed
But
it.
they weren't. But they weren't boycotting it.
They weren't boycotting it. Yeah, no one batted a fucking
if that's
eye.
what you're looking for, they didn't boycott, but
People
they did.
memed it because they thought
they
that
memed the
Twitch
fuck
had
out of it.
banned gambling, only to then do TwitchCon in Vegas. That's why they memed it, because they thought that Twitch had banned gambling. Because people were misinformed. They didn't actually know. Like, they only banned stake. They didn't actually ban gambling.
Yeah.
And so they're like, well, what about all that underage? What about all that the young adults? They're gonna get into gambling. TwitchCon is in Vegas. It's like the gambling capital of the world. Like that's where you go to gamble. People go to Vegas is cheap because they want you to spend the money in the casinos because the casinos pay the state mad money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy, dude. I don't know. It's so fucking wild. The universe is weird.
It is a weird place. We're just living in it. It's a kick world. I bleed green. No in between. Sorry.
I mean, being a streamer is hard because you're always left guessing. There's never a certainty.
Yeah, there's no certainty. It's not like a normal ass job.
Yeah, at the end of the day, everybody here could just end up just deciding they don't want to show up tomorrow. You know what I mean? And then
True.
what?
They're gonna be like, you know what? I'm out.
Yep. And then what?
And then you're SOL.
Out of all the time I've spent on Kick, the only reference to gambling I've seen is browsing the category list and the slots and casinos category on list. Exactly. But everybody's going to tell you that they're advertising gambling. People forget that their community is what they make it. And so if you don't like that shit on Kick, then go over there and make a better community. Be the voice. Make a better community.
Be the change you want to see.
Exactly. Honestly, I didn't think we could do this. We kind of went through the entire list.
Yeah, we did. Honestly, if we didn't stop ourselves at the first tangent that we did, we wouldn't have finished. But we recentered ourselves and then we got through the list.
Yeah, actually, the list served its. Toby doing that actually served its purpose as to what we wanted a structure like that for.
Yep.
Toby, and he did all the hard work, the chronological order.
Yeah, W, one on floor J.
Honestly, I think it's kind of a good wrap for the podcast, man. I think we can go into chatting it up with the chat and see what everybody thinks, how everybody feels.
We can go back.
Check the VOD and read all the comments. There was so much chat interaction today.
Yeah, I was reading the chat bits and pieces, but I
Best I
wasn't
can.
responding to it as you know, because that's just the nature of podcasting.
Yep.
We only got to respond to the one when we took the ad break, but yeah, we were seeing your comments. It's hard for us not to see them.
Yep. Banger podcast. I think today was extremely successful. A lot of viewers, man. People really like the podcast. For number 2.
Do we want to go over what we want for the logo?
Nah. We're gonna have a conversation
Okay.
after podcast tonight.
All right, for sure.
Actually, conversation. Are you going to bed early today, or?
I'm kind of going to bed early.
We will have a
In
conversation.
like 5 hours.
We'll have a conversation probably tomorrow. Then maybe. What day is it? I don't even know what day I'm on. Sunday.
It's Sunday.
I'll do like a little conversation tomorrow. We'll talk about it again.
All right, for sure.
Because I am gonna go stream on Kick after.
Yeah, I know.
After all
Wait,
that.
are you playing BattleBit?
I'm
What
going.
do you
I'm
stream?
playing BattleBit, dude. I'm addicted, bro.
Dude, I might play with you for a little.
I'm gonna
I
keep it
might
a buck
play with you
50,
for a
man. I'm
little
gonna go
bit.
stream on Kick and play some fucking battle bit, man.
Hey man, handle your scandal, dude.
Whoa! What you mean by that? I actually got a couple.
No, just handle your shit.
I actually got 3 followers on Kick from the stream. Thank you guys. I appreciate the follows on Twitch too. It's always I really enjoy seeing people enjoy the podcasts, especially in the podcast section. And I just want to thank you guys so much for coming and listening to us talk about this stuff. And you know what? Out of curiosity, if anybody's still lurking, if you're still hearing me, did you guys learn anything new today? Is there anybody that learned anything new about the streamer space that they didn't maybe hear about, that maybe has them thinking about their willingness to support content creators outside of Twitch? Just out of curiosity. And it's okay if you didn't. Like, that's not a big deal.
That is a great question.
The biggest thing I wanted to do was just have you guys open your eyes to why other content creators are going to be considering, why ones who have already left are have left, and why others are considering to leave. Because as much as we want to do everything that is best for our community too, it's really hard if you guys don't fully understand why we have to do it the way we have to do it, or like why we have to make some of the decisions we have to make. You know, like I never thought I was going to stream on another platform ever. Thought I was always going to be Twitch forever, you know? But you do the best with the cards that you're dealt, and you adapt. I'm always going to adapt, because at the end of the day, I would much rather be a live streamer than go work a shitty job. Just keep it $150. And so I'm always going to adapt. I'm always going to do what I got to do to survive in this space, no matter what. But that's just what I'm going to do. But the world's weird. Shit's crazy. Hopefully you guys got to hear a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes. You know, some streamers I talk with afraid to lose their followers, but they could slowly transition like Otoblock. I mean, they could do similar to what I did, right? Like, I haven't left Twitch. I still stream on Twitch. We're here right now. But I've actively made it an effort to tell people, like, hey, we do streams on Kick too. And right now, Kick isn't the primary, but if it becomes the primary, I'm prepared for it. Because gotta be ready. And so I told everybody, I was like, hey guys, I made a Kick account, go follow me. And for probably 2 weeks, I was like, we might actually do a stream on Kick soon. And I kept telling people and letting them know, like, hey, I might go do a stream over there. And then I said, hey guys, I'd really love your support. We're gonna go try a stream out and see what it's like. And I was pleasantly fucking surprised. Pleasantly surprised. I didn't think I would see the support I have been seeing. I didn't know what to expect. But I definitely didn't think it was going to be as positive as it has been, you know? And so, yeah, it's been awesome. It's been a cool experience for sure.